Your cosa piece is us.
I'm in my parents' bedroom. Nothing kinky. Actually, they're not home right now. The thing is, I've been living in my parents' place for about a week now. The bad thing is, my mom's always home because she doesn't work. And my dad works very early, so he's home by 2 in the afternoon. So lucky me, I get to spend the entire afternoon and evening and night with my parents. Now, that wouldn't be so bad, because they're nice people, but their habits are very different from mine. I'm not gonna get into the specifics. Main thing though is my dad's always bored and has nothing to do, so he walks around and has nothing better to do than ask me questions about the littlest thing. And my mom, on the other hand, is addicted to Indian soap operas. So she's watching that all day. Usually in the evening, my dad's in the bedroom sleeping, my mom's in the living room watching Indian dramas, so there's nowhere for me to go, except the bathroom. But at least my bathroom where I used to film was really clean and nice. My parents is really tiny and cluttered, so I can't even film in there. Anyway, I wasn't gonna film anything today, and I have plans to make some other videos. However, they require, scripting and planning and space, which I don't have here. So I'm gonna have to hold off on that for a little bit. I'm hoping my parents are gonna be gone for a while. They're actually going to the Atlantic City. The Atlantic City? I don't know why I said the Atlantic City. Anyway, they're going to Atlantic City and they're gonna be gone for about a week. And I know I'm gonna sound like Macaulay Culkin, but I'm gonna be home alone. This is awesome! But I was just thinking about past things that I was going through, and maybe it was something in the TV show we were watching, and it reminded me of one of my first dates I had in Japan. And it was actually one of the most terrible and embarrassing dates I've ever had. So I thought I would talk about that today, because, what better video than to mock myself. So while I was in Nagoya, I met a girl named Tomoko, and I got that vibe like she kind of was interested in me. I didn't know if she was just looking at me because she was like, wonder if he speaks English or Spanish, or if she was looking at me like, wow, crazy foreigner, maybe I should go talk to him, or whatever. But I felt that vibe like, maybe she's interested. So I went over to her and I started talking to her, and we were having a good chat. So I decided to exchange phone numbers and make plans for another day. So I actually got the courage to email her and ask her out, and we made plans to meet downtown Sakai in Nagoya and go out to like a movie and dinner or whatever. Unfortunately, everything sounds great, but the night before, my friend Jason, he asked me to go to a Thai restaurant. Now, this is my early stages in Japan, and I hadn't had a lot of different ethnic foods. And at that time, I wasn't really into spicy foods. It wasn't until I went to Korea that I got a really good taste for spicy foods. So when I got the invitation for Thai food, I was like, okay, I've never tried it, why not? That was the biggest mistake of my life, because we went to this Thai restaurant. It was me, Jason, and some other people, and I had never tried any of the dishes. They all smelled good, and I tried some, and they're really spicy. Really spicy, and I mean really spicy. I didn't want to act like a punk and let everyone know that I can't eat spicy food, so I did my best and I tried to eat as much spicy food as I could. It was a good meal, and I went home and I thought everything was fine. And then the next day, I got ready and I headed down to downtown Sakai to meet Tomoko. So while I was heading over to Sakai on the train, everything was fine. I had no problems. But I came really early. I came about an hour and a half early. So I decided, you know what? Instead of wasting like $5 on a Starbucks coffee, why don't I just go to an internet cafe? Because internet cafes are only like $3 or 300 yen for an hour, and it's all you can drink. So while I was surfing, that's when it hit me. My stomach started making all these weird noises. I started getting sweats, and like I really felt like I was having hot flashes. I thought I was pregnant. And in a way I was, because what was growing inside me was not a fetus, but it was like a huge Thai explosion. I knew what was gonna happen, so I ran to the bathroom. Unfortunately, this internet cafe only had one bathroom, and it was being used at the time. Now, I could have left early from the internet cafe, looked for, another toilet, although a lot of the toilets around that area are squatters. I'm sure I could have found a Western toilet. But I still had like 30 or 35 minutes left in my internet cafe time, which I'd already paid for. So I decided to wait and see if the guy who was in the stall would come out. 2 minutes turned into 5 minutes, 5 minutes turned into 10 minutes, and it was almost 15 or 20 minutes and still nothing had happened. Now a normal person would have just given up, got out of the cafe, and gone to a regular bathroom. But not me. I really thought I could hold it in. I really thought I could hold it in. Those were my last words. See, while standing outside of the bathroom, outside of the stall, waiting for the other guy to finish, I somehow lost all strength in my bowels. And let's just say, I felt runniness down my leg. It was really gross. So I basically strategically and slowly walked to the front desk, let them know I'm leaving, and backed out and got in the elevator to go back down to the main street. It was a hot and humid day, and I was standing with shit in my pants. It was really, really bad. So what I ended up doing was walking to a shop called Daye, which is like the Japanese Walmart, I guess you would say. I found like really cheap underwear, a really cheap pair of track pants, and I went into the washroom at Daye, which was a squatter. But since I'd already done my business, it didn't really matter anyway. I took my soiled underwear and pants, rolled them up in a ball, and threw them in the garbage, and wore the new shorts and the t-shirt. I did a little bit of cleanup, but you know, the best I could do with toilet paper. It was too late for me to go home to take a shower, and Tomoko was gonna be there in about 10 minutes. So I quickly went back to the meeting spot where I was to meet her. When I met her, we were originally gonna go see a movie and then go to dinner, but I was like, there's no way I'm gonna sit beside this girl in a movie theater knowing that, you know, there's still crap in my pants. And also, I didn't really want to back out of the plans because it's very random that I actually got a date and I didn't want to screw it up. Although shitting your pants is pretty much a given that the evening's not gonna end on a high note. So in the end, what I did was I told her, we're not going out to dinner and a movie today. Instead, we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna go to the grocery store, we're gonna get some food, and I'm gonna cook dinner for you, and then we're gonna rent a movie from Tsutaya, which is the blockbuster of Japan. So we headed back to my place, and I told her, you know, it's really humid and hot, so I'm gonna turn on the air conditioning, I'm gonna take a quick shower, and you know, she can just cool off, and then we can cook dinner. You know, it started off really bad, it got better, and in the end, it didn't work out. But I'm just glad the reason wasn't because she found out I soiled myself. So I want to know about your first date. Who was it with? How old were you? Where did you go? Did anything crazy happen? Was it good? Was it bad? Did it lead to a second date? You know, any of that information you're willing to provide, you can leave it in a video response or in the comments section below. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up or thumbs down since this was a pretty shitty vlog. Literally.
Take care. Peace.